Thank you for joining me on this special video broadcast. My name is Oladipupo Clement. On this video, we want to continue again on our series on marks of real entrepreneurs. We did mention in previous videos that every business, every enterprise has a software component, has a hardware component. For most parts, we only see, can touch, and feel the hardware component. But what gives that hardware component its functionality is the software component and the attributes. These attributes, these marks of real entrepreneurs is what gives an enterprise its functionality. Listen to me carefully. Resilience, for example, is one of those attributes. And we can go on and on. Perseverance, very turbulent moments, and then you just stick your neck out. Against all odds, you still stick your neck out and say, see, we either win or we win. I recall when our business started many years ago, we had no dime to our name. We had no cover to our name. And all we had was a 3-in-1 DeskJet printer, right, which I had been using privately, personally, and a personal laptop computer that I've been using 5 years prior that time. And that was all we had tangibly. We couldn't even afford to rent an office, right? All we had to our name was our name by ourselves, right? And so what we did essentially, or what we had that most businesses who even had all other things physical, who had other hardware components, did not have, was some of the things I'm sharing with you, right? I recall very vividly that because of the nature of business we were going to launch, right, I recognized we needed a contact base. So I reached out to some family friends and some family members, and fortunately an elder, an old man, right, who was my mom's very good friend, offered us one, rickety office. And I must say this, I didn't love what I saw at the time because it didn't look like where I was coming from, right? Neither did it look like where I was going. But I recall very vividly the day we went inspecting that facility. My spirit left and I said, no, I can't come here. But I didn't verbalize my thoughts. And so, but while I was having my quiet time, I remembered very vividly saying that don't despise the day of little beginnings. And that was how we took that opportunity. And we outgrew that place, and like they say, the rest is history. What we had at that time that most people who had big office, big cars, and all of those things did not have was at these marks of real entrepreneurs that I'm talking to you about. So today, I want to look at just 2 more, just so that we can wrap up this particular series. If you want to get a full bundle, you want to get full taste of all of this, it's contained in my Winning in Business course, and we'll leave the details in the description below. Okay, all right. So the next important mark of real entrepreneurs is that most real entrepreneurs have high energy level. They are high on passion. All right. Passion is the fuel for every vision. They are high on energy level. I remember very, very vividly. Those days we will resume 7 a.m. Sometimes I don't close until around 12 a.m. Right. I recall because the office space we got was a shared office, and so it wasn't ours entirely. There was some other occupants in that place, so we have to leave the key over, with a next door neighbor who resides just close to the building, so that the other occupants who show up before us would have access to the facility. And guess what? I remember on many occasions we will get to the next building and everybody's fast asleep. I recall running into one of the ladies then, and she said, do you people still receive customers at these odd hours of the night? And I said, my sister, you may not understand. We're building the vision. We're laboring so hard. And the passion, that drive is still there till tomorrow. All right? It was at that point in time in our life, we told ourselves we either win or we win. Failure was not an option. All right? And we've been through all sorts of challenges in the course of running our business, the last almost 12 years. Right? But I can tell you this attribute is essentially what pulled us through all those difficult times. We've been through even more difficult ones in very, very recent years. And the same spirit, the same attribute is what will pull us through. So I personally, whenever I want to invest or I'm looking to partner, these attributes are the things I look out for. All right. If you don't have it, it's not something you can fake, because whether you like it or not, sooner or later, situations in life will test these attributes, right? It will test this attribute. I can tell you that for free. So high level, energy and passion and drive. Sometimes when you hear us speak those days, those early days, you think we own the world, and like I often say, you think we own the whole world. We spoke very big. We spoke audaciously, even though we had no dime in our account. All right. And this is so important. This is so important. Okay. So you want to evaluate yourself also. Are you high on energy, right? Can you afford to be in long meetings where you are brainstorming until you extract oil from stones? Are you ready to dig deep, till you get answers to the critical problems facing you? Or do you get tired so easily? So if you're the type who get tired so easily, I'm not going to kill myself. If you're the type of person like that, then you'll not really go far if you really want to start or grow a business. And guess what? These are the set of attributes you even require to function as an entrepreneur, right? Maybe in some other videos, I'm going to talk on entrepreneurs and some of the attributes. Let me be honest with you. These were the attributes I developed while working in my last employment before I launched. And like I often say to people, nothing would have prepared me adequately for entrepreneurship like my last employment. Even if I had the opportunity to study in a Harvard Business School, I don't think it would have prepared me as the way this last employment prepared me for entrepreneurship. And so this is very, very, very critical. They are high on energy and they are very, very high. They appear as though they are on drugs, right? But it is energy. It's like we will not quit until we deliver. We will not give up until we deliver. No, whatever comes against us, we die here. That's the attitude, right? So they are driven, very self-driven, very self-motivated. I recall one of my colleagues, those early days, we couldn't afford, I wasn't on salary, all right? How could I even afford? So the only person that we had as salary earner within our organization then was even collecting more or less what we call stipend, all right? And so one of my colleagues who was just on allowance just to support running around and all of those things, and then we only get paid commissions each time we make sales. I recall the guy came into my office one day, or rather I was telling them, I said, sorry, please, you are free to go. We won't be able to, even this so-called allowance, we won't be able to pay you. And I will never forget the statement he made that day. He said, and I quote, that whether you pay me or not, I'm here. And that was shocking to me. It glued him to me closely. You see, this attribute is very, very, very important. Very, 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 very important. The next attribute of real entrepreneurs is that they are sales and marketing superstars. Let me tell you this point blank. Any job placement, any job, any experience, any, career that takes you through where you would have to sell, have to promote, have to market a product is preparing you the most for business. Because you know why? Of all the P's of marketing, price is the only one that is the profit center. Everything else is cost center. And if your profit center, which is sales, is not functional, is not effective and efficient, right, you will get drowned in the sea of the cost that envelopes your business. And this is why one of the critical skills you must develop, if you do not already possess it, is your ability to sell, the ability to market. You must understand it end to end. You must be able to design sales process. You must be able to write sales letters. You must be able to create scripts, and all of that is one of those important skills you must develop as an entrepreneur. So if you do not possess it, don't worry. In the next subsequent videos, we'll be sharing how you can develop these skills if you don't possess some of these attributes. So important. One of the ways you can tell whether you will succeed in business is how you are currently treating where you currently work. And so I'm going to be touching on that in subsequent videos. All right. So when I come your way again, always remember, winners don't quit and quitters don't win. So stay inspired till you succeed. Bye for now.